Hi, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Um, Basically, as you see from the title, I'm going to tell you a few things people don't tell you about pregnancies. I feel like I know I not I feel like I know for a fact that every pregnancy is different. So my experience might not be your experience, and your experience might not be somebody else's experience. But I'll just tell you some of the things that I went through. And the funny thing about it, I thought it was a weird thing. I thought it was just me going crazy, honestly, when I was pregnant in my first trimester. But it happened to somebody else, and I just said it randomly because they was pregnant too. I think this happened this year, and they had the same problem that I had, and I'm like, that was a pregnancy thing. It wasn't this I'm going crazy thing. And this like, all right. In the first trimester, I was actually in Jamaica with my husband, and I was living down there for 2 months, like 2 months and a couple of days. I went like November 18th, and I came back January 22nd or 27th, something like that. I went back to work at Forever 21 at the time in February. I asked them when I could come in and said something back in February. That's when I came back in. Not even the point of the story right now. So when I was, first of all, I'm a person, if you know me, in general, I don't like the heat, and Jamaica is very hot. The funny thing, New York is more hotter than Jamaica to me. But I think the problem is with New York is humidity. But it happened from November to January, so New York was cold, which I love. So I was missing the cold, but when I had my pregnancy, they said this happened through menopause. I guess when you're sick, also this happened. I was having, all right, let me just tell you, most people usually have nausea and what else? Throwing up, like stuff like that. That's usually the main thing. But I had hot flashes. I was feeling like my top part, it was so hard to sleep. Because in general, I like to be cold in general. But the problem was that half of me was cold and half of me was hot. So I'll have the fan blowing on me. I had the fan on like 23 hours a day. Like I had the fan busting down there. It was crazy. I was going in with the fan. I was not playing with the fan. When I go down there, I try to have the fan on at all times. I be in the dark. I be looking crazy. Yeah, I know. I look crazy to people, but it is what it is. So, why am I holding in my hand? But I'm just too lazy to go to the kitchen right now to get the stand, but whatever. Um, so, all right. So the top part of me usually is cold, and the bottom part was hot. Or then sometimes all of me will be cold, and then I'll have to I have to wake up and put the sheet on my bottom part. So I have to like the sheet. I usually cover my face anyway. Probably that's why I usually cover my face anyway. Probably that's why that happened. I don't know. Body, you know, when you're pregnant, you just go through a lot of hormones and this and that and flippity flop flip. So I have the sheet on top of me, and then the bottom half of me have to be out, and the fan that could hit that part to make it nice and cool because that part was hot. That was a crazy part. The light in the room. My husband had regular white light, and then he had a red light. Both of them annoy me. So I would have to stay in the dark. And people I know, I feel like I didn't explain that to people when I was down there. I just probably look like a crazy person. But the light annoyed me. Like, it's like I could smell it and hear it. Like, and I know light have a sound. That sounds so stupid right now when I say it out loud. But, you know, like, I don't know. Probably I was going crazy. But it seemed like it was just, the light just seemed loud, but it wasn't loud, if that makes sense. It was just so bright in my eyes, like it was blinding me. Like it felt like, you know when the light bulbs they get hot if you touch it, but it felt like the heat from the light bulb was just, I don't know, it was just everything. I would just sleep in the light, and people thought I was crazy. Like, come outside. I'm like, I usually don't go outside anyway in Jamaica, but when I was pregnant, that was the worst because the light is like it was attacking me. Not literally. I'm not crazy, guys. Not attacking me, but it just felt like it felt so hot with the light on, so I had to be in the dark. And when it was on, it would bother my eyes. It was just so much. It was just so annoying to it. My husband would use, like, even I would use toothpaste. Certain toothpaste brands I couldn't use. It would smell horrible and taste horrible. Hold on, my friend Stacy called me, but I had to deny the call. Sorry. She just called me before, and I was in the shower, and I called her back, and then she didn't answer the phone. That ain't my fault. So, toothpaste, Listerine, like, smells are usually it, but certain things I would love before. That's kind of how I knew I was pregnant. I didn't like it anymore. Like, Listerine smell. What else? Sorry, you might hear the fan right now. Listerine smell. toothpaste, Fabulous. The funny thing, Fabulous, I didn't realize, I knew it was a household cleaner was making me sick. Like the smell of it would just make me disgusted, but I didn't know what it is. And then I came up here. Well, I found out what it was after. When I came up here, and I tried to use it. Now I don't like the smell of that either. I couldn't eat fried chicken. I could eat other chicken, but I couldn't eat fried chicken. I was tight. It's not that healthy, but you know it was good. What else? I'll start throwing up with that. And it was just that light thing. I mean, that was the first. At first, I didn't know I was pregnant. It was annoying me. And at the store, I was just sick. I was just like, I didn't feel good. I felt nauseated. At that point, I looked up stuff like ginger, mint. That didn't help me. The funny thing, what did help me was candy. Like regular candy, what was sweet or buster, like very sweet stuff, would make my nausea go away. At first, the ginger and the mint, for different people, they say different things for different people. At first, it was helping me for like a week or two, but after that, I have to have like the buster, the candy, the I guess it's a candy, yeah, it's a candy, or the drink. I was in Jamaica, so I had all Jamaican stuff, and or regular sweet tea with sugar. Like if it didn't have sugar in it, it wasn't making me feel better. So I have to have like 2 or 3 of those a day. That's a lot, but it will help my nausea out a lot. Having my headphones in, which I've read about that, so I use that and that helped me out too. There's certain little things with just like people talking too long. First of all, I get annoyed when people talk slow as it is, or if I talk fast. I feel like I should get the information out. People talk slow, it annoyed me more than usual. I was like, every little thing people was doing. And I'm a person, like, I know people who have snapped back on me when they're pregnant. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put that, because usually they don't act like that. When they're pregnant, they're acting kind of crazy. You know, I think some people take advantage of that, but whatever, not even the point. I feel like I didn't do that. Probably I didn't. I didn't even realize it. Because I was pregnant. I went to work for a while, but I couldn't stand on my feet. And people didn't even know I was pregnant because I didn't look pregnant. And I didn't act pregnant. I don't think I did. I started looking pregnant around 8 months pregnant. So unless I wore pregnancy clothes. If I wore pregnancy looking clothes, then you could see like tight shirts would form my stomach. Then you could tell I was pregnant. But other than that, and in New York City, I feel like you should wear that because people won't get up out their damn seat, out of the bus or the train or a doctor's office until they see your stomach. Like, bro, are you serious right now? You don't want to get up out the chair? All right, whatever. One time I had to go. About that, my phone is a hot mess. My jacket wasn't closed. I'm going home towards Queens. At this time, I was living in Queens. And I had to have, and the train stopped because something happened. I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna be standing up this whole time. I'll have birth on this train. I was holding my stomach so the person could see, like, and niggas still wasn't getting up, and I was gonna ask for no chair. Sorry. So the next stop came, people came off, and I sat down. I was like, I'm so done, so done. At that point, I think I was 8 months pregnant. At that point, like, really though. I think when you're fat, people don't see your stomach as much, and that's the problem. But I've heard other pregnant people in New York City say the same thing. Like, they don't get chairs, whether they can see your stomach or not see your stomach. So I'm trying to open up my eyes so bad right now. Like, because I know my eyes look kind of lily right now. It's like, it's right on. It's just like I gotta look like this. Like, how you doing, guys? Gotta be so like surprised. My eyes have to be like so open. And that's kind of scary. That's scary, but it's weird. But yeah, guys, I think people don't tell you about these things, but you should really definitely know, like, especially some people say they go pregnant, they're pregnant so long and they don't realize it. If you realize that certain smells are irritating you more, or your smell is heightened, or your hearing is heightened, something is different about you. You have to pay attention to yourself and your body so you know when there's certain things that's wrong. Funny thing, they say not to eat certain things like hot dogs, stuff like that. I prayed over my hot dogs and I ate those bad boys. But don't take my lead. I'm not a doctor. I don't want you coming out, your baby coming out with like 5 feet because you ate hot dogs. I'm not about that life. So, yes. So, just take care of yourself. Watch out for these things. I hope you have a good and safe pregnancy. I hope your child come out wonderfully in God's creation. Because he's God's creation, or he or she is God's creation. And just be blessed, guys. All right? Bye. Later. Hey.